Hi, this is Dr. Piaczenik. I want to wish you all a happy July 4th. I am exceedingly happy about the fact that I just heard one of the most brilliant speeches that President Trump has ever made, or any other president in the past 30, 40 years. I urge you all to listen to Trump's speech at Mount Rushmore. Bill Still has provided that opportunity, so I want you to listen to what a man like Trump, who's a businessman and sees the future, says about our country, about our past, and where we're going in the future. The reason Trump is important is because, unlike the other presidents, he was an American who built assets. He was not interested in process. He was interested in saying, look, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take the necessary risks that I need to take in order to build a hotel, a condominium, an ice skating rink, and build a company all over the world. We have never had a president like that. All the problems that he has had as president of the United States has nothing to do with the fact that he is competent or he has a good sense of humor and a sense of perspective. What he is encountering correctly is a fascist movement from the left, which started way before under the Clintons, under Obama, and I had warned the left 3 years ago about an attempted coup to try to get Trump out of the presidency. And I said that if there's going to be a coup, we in the IC community, those of us who are veterans, will do a counter coup. And that stands firm even today. In contrast, let me talk a little bit about Biden. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't particularly know him, but I've followed his whole career. Number one, he's not very smart. He didn't go to very good schools. He actually failed in several of the schools. But more importantly, he has a history of constant corruption and lying. From the law school onto the Senate, onto the vice presidency, he, his family have all constantly been involved with corruption. That's not an accident, because he's never built an asset. It's always been process. And that's the same thing I can say for the Nancy Pelosi. And it's not an accident they're both in the Democratic Party. Because in that party, you don't have to build an asset as we did in the Republicans where we're businessmen. Nancy Pelosi was born of corruption in Baltimore. The father I knew, Alessandro, mafioso. And then Nancy went on to develop her career over 40 years in a very safe district in Pacific Heights, San Francisco, where her husband and she were able to accrue over $100 million in net worth and assets. This is not a woman who should be in Congress anymore. As a matter of fact, most of the congressmen should resign, as our senators should. We're too bloated in the federal government. What I strongly recommend is that we re-elect Trump. We understand where the future is. And for those of you who are disturbed about the chaos that's going in the streets, I want you to remember the words of Jefferson, who said the following: the tree of liberty has to shed bloods by tyrants and protectors in order to maintain that tree of liberty. At the same time, he said another very important statement: a man who never reads is far wiser than the man who reads a newspaper. On that note, thank you and goodbye.